Hello and welcome to this masterclass beach volleyball series produced on behalf of the European Volleyball Confederation, the CEV. My name is Victor Anfeloff. I'm the head coach of the Dutch men's program here in the city of The Hague in this beautiful accommodation that we call Zuider Park. The theme today for this masterclass is what I call vision, decision, execution. Beach volleyball is a game played with only two players, so there's always a space on the court where you can score, but you need to be able to see where the blocker is and where the defender is. It will be a four-step plan. The first step is learning to execute the critical attacks. That is power line, power angle, sharp angle shot, and line shot. The second step is learning to see the blocker. Step 3 is learning to see the defender. And the fourth step is learning to see both and then executing your attack. Let's go. So this exercise now is related to learning to see the defender. Okay, so I have two players here. This is Jasper and Matthew from our national team. Okay guys, so take a ball, Jasper. We're just going to pepper. Okay, good. So you guys can do that well. Second step is hold the ball. When the ball's in the air, you will look at your partner. Your partner will hold up a number 1 or a number 2. You need to see the number, call out the number, and then shoot the ball back. And this is simulating seeing the defender. So here you see the players are looking at their opponent, seeing the number and calling out the right number. Okay guys, good, keep on going. Now you need to hold up two hands and you need to add up the numbers. Look at your partner, add up the number and call out the sum. 6. The players have to duck their head down to look at the defender. Okay, in the vision, decision, execution plan, we actually start at the end, and that is execution. And we're going to practice 4 key attacks: the power diagonal, the power line, the shot line, and the shot diagonal. And the key themes that are very important in this execution is making sure that you do not give information away to your opponent about where you're going to hit the ball. Try to make sure that they always see the same thing. And that means avoid turning to the line if you're going to hit line, and avoid turning to the diagonal if you're going to hit diagonal. Always keep your shoulders fixed to the diagonal. And also make sure that hard attack is always available, even if you are going to play a shot. Okay, step 1 of the 4 steps is learning first to execute the power attack. We have 2 zones. That is the hard or power angle zone and the power line zone. Okay, the next progression from learning to see the defender, we'll do in a side-out situation. The players will do a pass set. Just before the attack, they will look at me. I will hold up a number, and they need to call out the number, 2 or 1, and then play a line shot to me. Okay guys, well done. And now we're progressing. This time, I will start on your diagonal. I will make an early movement to the cut shot. If I do this, you need to play a line shot away from me. If I move towards the line, you need to play a cut shot away from me. Okay, here we go. So you can see I'm making the movement just as the player is looking at me. So that's where they're getting the information from me and making their decision. Okay guys, this time with jumping. Precisely this, exactly the same exercise, but jumping. Okay, in step 2 of the vision, decision, execution plan, is learning to see the blocker. In this exercise, there will be a line block or a diagonal block. If the ball is a line block, the players will need to attack the ball to the diagonal. If it's a diagonal block, the players will need to attack the ball to the line. And then we add the shot to this situation. If it's a diagonal block, the players will need to shot over the block. And if it's a line block, they play a high line shot over the block. Whilst coaching this exercise, it's very important for the coach to actually set the block quite early to make it easier for the player to see the block. And as the exercise progresses and the players get more familiar with this exercise, you can start blocking later and later, which is simulating a real situation. Okay guys, in this exercise, we're learning to see the blocker. If I make an angle block, you need to play a cut shot over the block. That's not a hard ball, it's a cut shot. If I make a line block, you play a line shot, a high line shot over the line block. Okay? Okay guys, a couple of important things here. The first one is try not to give away the direction of your attack with your shoulders. If you always turn to the angle, when you do hit angle, it becomes predictable and readable. And the same is if you play a line shot and you turn to the line all the time, it's readable and predictable and the defender gets a head start. The second important thing is make sure that in your approach, you always have full power in your approach and that power attack is available. What's been happening at the moment is because we're playing shots, you're starting to slow down a little bit, okay? Okay guys, next step. Now we're progressing to the hard ball, okay? So you're seeing if the block is angle, that means you have to power the ball hard to the line. If it is a line block, you power the ball hard to the diagonal. Just remember that in a match, there will be a defender waiting for you, so it needs to be hard, okay? What I'm doing at the moment is I'm blocking quite early, so that gives the player a good chance to be able to see the block. As this exercise progresses, I start to go later and later with the block, and that simulates a real match situation. Now guys, I'm going to start doing this later, okay, the block. So there you can see Jasper saw at the very last moment that it was an angle block, and he made the correct decision, and it was also good execution. Okay, step 3 is about learning to see the defender. Here the players will, as they go to take off for their spike approach, they will look at the defender. If the defender moves to the angle, they will play a line shot. If the defender moves to the line shot, they will play a cut shot. First, we'll do this without jumping. It's much easier for the athletes to be able to see the defender when they're not jumping. And then you can progress later on to jumping. One of the key themes when we're learning to see the blocker is using our peripheral vision is that the ball stays in front of your head. If the ball goes behind your head, your peripheral vision raises and then you cannot see the blocker and then you start to make the incorrect decisions. Okay guys, just a demonstration of peripheral vision. When the ball is too far behind your head, your field of peripheral vision goes high and you can no longer see the blocker or the defender. And then you start to make the wrong decisions. And we're going to do a small activity now, just to give an example of how easy it is to lose your peripheral vision. Okay, so what I want you to do now is I want you to hold the ball with a straight arm behind your head. Hold it really behind your head. And I'm going to make a movement. And I want to know if you can see my movement. No, you didn't see it? Can you see this movement? Okay, good. Put the ball now just on top of your head and slightly in front. I'm going to make a movement with your left hand. I want you to indicate which way I'm going. Okay, look at the ball, please, not at me. Keep looking at the ball. Keep looking at the ball. Which way am I going? Okay, and there's an example of keeping the ball in front of your head so you can see at least see the blocker. Okay guys, this time you'll have a blocker and a defender. So we're combining the last exercises into one exercise. Okay, to start with, I will make only a line block. And Eric, he will make a movement to the sharp angle or to the line. And you have to play a shot away from Eric. Okay? Okay, in step 4, we're combining the vision of the block and the defender to make real game-like decisions. Okay guys, in this last exercise, you can shoot the ball or you can play a hard attack. Okay, I will be blocking angle or line. Okay, he will make a movement. You can power the ball away from the block or you can shoot the ball over the block. So actually this is a normal game situation. Remember that if you choose power line, the defender is probably in that zone, so make sure you hit the ball hard. Try to see me as the blocker and Eric as the defender. Okay, thanks for joining us today for the CEV masterclass where the theme was Vision, Decision, Execution. It's a very useful tool to help players make vision-based decisions when they're playing beach volleyball. Good luck with your training and see you on the beach.